Keep me high up off the ground. In a haze, in a crowd. We ain't ever coming down. Down, down, down. We ain't ever coming down. Down, 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 down. Like islands in the sky.
Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Anybody home? Brian is in the house. Steve in the house. Allison is in the house. Kat, hey, man. How are you doing? Great to see you again. Okay. Everybody is in the house. Oh, we're still waiting for a few more people. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me and all the good stuff. It's still night here, huh? What time it is in your country and where are you from? All the good stuff before we start, You have to say hi to people. Be nice, have your coffee. I just made my coffee. Okay, Mr. Lucky. Yeah, how is your day? It's not even day. How is your night? I can't sleep. Can't sleep. That's why I am here. So I can go live earlier and go to work at some point. My night, the day hasn't started yet, brother. But I don't know. Okay. Hello. Steve Chelsea. Brian. So we're gonna wait for a few more people to come so we can start. But the topic is going to depend on people because the show is for the people and by the people. So the topic is, could we make it top 4? Do you still believe that we can make it top 4? And just give your opinion about the game. What is our best option for Champions League next season? Should we just go all for the Champions League, win it, and then forget about the Premier League, or should we just fight about everything this season? Let me know. Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah, let's start. Somebody is fuming already. Herbert is fuming already because of the penalty, right? The so-called penalty that they didn't get. Uh-huh. You see how it feels, Herbert? Okay, man. Okay, let's start putting some people through so we can start talking. Okay. All right. So we have already Mr. Herbert in the house, and he's going to give us another perspective from a Man United fan. So it's going to be very interesting today. And yeah, 0-0, huh? Okay. Herbert, my brother, talk to me.
Yeah, how you?
Oh, good, man. Good.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
here.
I'm not fuming. No, I'm not fuming because of the penalty. I don't care about the penalty. I think it wasn't a penalty, and more importantly, I don't. I went into this game hoping we will not get a penalty,
Mm-hmm.
and just after the game, I have heard the interview of the manager going on about the penalty, and it
Mm-hmm.
just it just boils my blood with the fact that he's going on and on about the penalty, which is
Yeah, they were. He
yeah,
blamed he blamed
yeah,
Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard started it, and then the
yeah.
website also said something about the Harry Maguire penalty. So for him, that was like putting pressure on referees not to give penalties to Man United. So for him, the entire game, if you didn't score, you didn't win, it was because of Frank Lampard and because of Chelsea website.
Yeah, two things here. Two
Mm-hmm.
things here. A, first of all, why are you going about the penalty when your striker has had two touches in the box? Why are you keep insisting that we should be getting a penalty? Okay, and B, if it's not conclusive, right, the VAR will not give it, right? Because it's 50-50%, right? It could be penalty. First of all, if you have anyone who's watching has played the game, if a
Mm-hmm.
ball is bouncing from behind you, and the opponent is near you, there are chances that there are more often that you will try to use your hand to get a feel of who is coming from the back. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, it hits it. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not intent. It's nothing related to that Callum Hudson-Odoi is trying to handle it. It's not. None of that. Right. So first of all, we should not be making it an excuse. And I'm on a firm belief that from now until the end of the season, I don't want a single penalty to be given to us because this penalty thing overshadows the main problems of our club, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Chelsea were great. I'll be honest. I think you created the two best chances for the game. One was
Mm-hmm.
DH and one good cross which was put in by Callum Hudson-Odoi, which again Giroud could have gotten onto that, and
Mm-hmm.
probably one good cross that Reece James put, which Werner didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but we didn't create anything. Right, we just had a good shot by Greenwood and
Mm-hmm.
one shot by Fred, which is not a chance created. Right. So
Yeah.
as I said, we had two touches inside the penalty box by a striker, which was Greenwood on yesterday, and we
Mm-hmm.
did nothing else. Right. This is
Oh,
the biggest problem at our club.
I see. Baggy. So you're talking about karma, huh?
Ah, you saw my video.
I watch all your videos. I watch all your videos. I mean,
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. No, listen. Firstly, I want to say, it was a good game. It was a good
mhm,
game. I'm disappointed that a lot of people said it wasn't a good game. It was a good game. No goals, which
mhm.
which made it boring. Which made it
Yeah.
boring. Yeah, yeah. I watched the video as well, mate. I watched the video as well. So
Mhm,
it was boring, but it was a good game because we learned a lot in that game. I
mhm,
mean, I'm talking about Chelsea. As Chelsea fans, we wanted to see Tuchel make some changes, which he did.
mhm,
Some of those changes paid out. Some of them didn't. But in regards to the karma situation, yeah,
mhm.
what goes around comes around. So I can't complain about that.
Okay. So yeah, we have Herbert here from Man United, and he doesn't want any penalty until the end of the season because they are hiding behind penalties, and he said that he wasn't because if you look at the real speed, in the
Yeah,
moment, really,
yeah.
I don't know how that could be a penalty, but I'm a Chelsea fan, so I would say not. But
I
Herbert,
mean,
mhm.
Ogs.
Yes, sir.
If we look at it,
Hmm.
the ball, it was ball to hand rather than hand to ball. Firstly,
Hmm.
secondly, the ball was it wasn't. I mean, in regards to Callum,
Hmm.
Callum wasn't facing the ball. He had his side to the
Hmm.
ball. Okay, so they weren't playing. I mean, because there was a handball shout from both Chelsea and Man United
Yeah.
because we thought Greenwood handled it, and Man United thought we handled it.
Hmm.
End of the day, both players were trying to control the ball, but they weren't deliberately trying to hold it with their hands.
Hmm.
Okay, so it wasn't a handball by either player. Now, have we seen decisions being given differently in the past? Yes.
Yes.
Have we
Yeah.
seen penalties being given in that way? Yes.
Hmm.
Is it a penalty? In my opinion, if I was a Man United fan, I would, I'd be claiming that.
Hmm.
So they do have it. They do have a shout for it.
Hmm.
But like I said, it's a referee decision, and the referee, he went to the monitor, he looked at it, he watched it a couple of times,
Hmm.
and to be honest, I saw Callum. I mean, if you go back, Callum was standing behind the referee, watching
Hmm.
the monitor as well, and he was fuming because he thought it was going to be given. So, end of the day, we can look back and say it should have been this, it should have been that.
Hmm.
End of the day, it wasn't given, and the game continued. And Man United had some good chances.
Hmm.
Uh, Mendy made some good saves. De Gea made some good saves.
Hmm.
But for me, I reflect upon two key elements, and that was Ben Chilwell and
Mhm.
Kante, because both played really well. Both, they had a job to do, and they
Yeah.
both did it really well. Ziyech had a good second half, but
Mhm.
unfortunately, the first half, his mind wasn't there for some reason.
Yeah. So, Herbert, brother, what was your problem? I mean, why did you um, not score? Or I mean, I didn't understand yesterday. What was the problem?
Yeah, I think first of all, regarding the penalty, I don't think any of our United players even appealed for it. Okay,
Mhm.
it's after it's gone to Harry Maguire is making some kind of a case, even though he's standing at centre back. I don't know how he can see it, even though
Mhm.
Greenwood hasn't said anything. Who's the guilty party involved? So I
Mhm.
don't think. I don't want to claim a penalty for that. If it was like suppose like a 1-1 and we are entering into the like 89th minute, then I
Mhm.
can somewhat say like that it can be a penalty. But at 0-0, we haven't done anything throughout the game. That's
Yeah.
why I said I don't want any penalties given to this club till the end of the season because lots of our players are hiding behind penalties and that clutch moments. For
Mhm.
example, the talisman of our team, Bruno Fernandes, had an absolute shocker yesterday. Absolute shocker. I tell the people that he can't pass. He's not a passer. He's a clutch moments player. There are
Yeah.
only two players at a there are only two players at a club who can pass. One is Paul Pogba and one is Donny van der Beek. That's it. You
Mhm.
can't. Bruno can't pass. He's one of those players. In the final moment, he'll produce some bit of magic. That's about it. And
Yeah.
that bit of magic doesn't happen when a good team like Chelsea, who has
Mhm.
set up perfectly for a counter attack, uh, has set up for a counter attack, and they're capable of negating our two biggest threats on the counter, being Dan James and Rashford. Yesterday, I was talking to one of my friends. Right, he's
Mhm.
in the Wiggins. He's under Wiggins. Um, Coaching setup, right?
Mhm.
I was just talking to him. I told you if you want to be if you want to be going to professional football, right?
Mhm.
There are still dreams because if Dan James can make it, and the fact that he's drawing a Premier League wage, there are hope for others.
Yeah.
I I mean how I can't understand how that guy is a professional footballer. All he
Because
does
he
is
can
dance.
run. He can
Yeah,
run.
all
He is a
yeah.
fast.
So
I
can
want
Usain
to.
Bolt. Now should we? Yeah. So can Usain Bolt. Should we giving him in a contract? This and people yesterday are saying, oh, he put effort in. He's closing down people. Well, effort is not enough for Manchester club of the size of Manchester United. Secondly, our
Herbert,
biggest
I
yeah,
want to ask you a question, Herbert, if I may.
yeah.
Why wasn't Marshall starting? Is he coming back from an injury? Because
No.
Marshall.
He is horribly out of form. I think this season it's just been like totally reversed. He scored 17 goals last season with only two penalties, and I think he won five of them and didn't take three of them. Rashford took it, but this season he's been terribly out of form. Even Cavani's bringing Cavani hasn't helped him to at least boost up. But it is what it is. We don't. Anyways, even if we are playing, whoever plays number nine for us, it's not good. It's not. He's not going to benefit from the service we have because we have two midfielders in Fred and McTominay who are just not good enough. They are Newcastle players, and then we
Mhm.
have Bruno who gets stifled because of those behind him, and then there are centre backs in Maguire and Lindelof. Who honestly, if I could sell Maguire tomorrow, I'll just sell it. I can't I just can't tolerate that guy. It's just he's been relegated four times and suddenly has become the captain of Manchester United. Just goes to show what kind of a clueless and clown of a manager we have.
Mm.
Wow, well, that's a big statement. Am I right in thinking that there's a dissent in respect to Oli and his position in at Man United?
Yeah, definitely. If he is given a contract after he has not been given a contract, by the way, if he's trying to save his job. That's why he's setting up with two defensive players. If he is given a contract by the end of this league, by the end of this season, I can assure you we will not be finishing in the Champions League spot. Whatever happens, because he is trying to save his job. He's not good enough. Okay, you saw with your manager, right? Giroud was not working. He takes out Giroud and brings in Werner. What do we do? We take out Greenwood and put in Marshall. It's always like for like. It's never like it's something tactical normally, because if you have to bring another player, you have to change the setup, right? Which we can't because we don't have a coach. That's the biggest problem at this club.
Okay, so I mean, do you see yourselves? Where do you see yourself finishing this season? Really, realistically.
We might finish second, but that's not going to be good enough because City are it's like the same season under Jose Mourinho, which City finished like 20 points ahead of us, and then we are gonna get top four. Then we'll pocket that Champions League money, and it's gonna go back to the Glazers, and we're not gonna reinvest it. And the next season, it's not. And mind you, this season has been a freakish season. You have spent 200 million, and you're like 6 or 7 points behind us. I don't think next year Roman's gonna muck around. He's going to he will demand to finish second at least. So
Yeah.
again, that's like 3 or 4 teams already planning ahead of us. You're gonna spend another 150 million. We
Mhm.
at max can buy 2 players. I'm suggesting, even if we have to take players out of our team. So you can go and buy Haaland, you can go and buy another keeper,
Mhm.
but we are not. We are gonna haggle around Jadon Sancho again for the next for like last season. We are not gonna get a DM and a centre back.
Okay. So Herbert, what you guys need the most, or what would you
Yeah,
like to see like next
if
summer?
if yeah, if there is an option given to me that we
Mhm.
can't get Jadon Sancho, but we can get a centre back and a centre defensive midfielder, I'll take it because
Mhm.
that's the two most important position we don't have. We don't have a specialist DM. We are trying to play two midfielders in McTominay and Fred, who are not defensive midfielders. They are both box to box, playing a position they can't play. And obviously, we need a centre back, a quick centre back. Even though we have Eric Bailly, but we can't build a centre back partnership with Eric
Injuries.
Bailly. He's always injured.
Yeah.
So I don't know who are we going in for because Upamecano has gone to Bayern. There's been rumors about Jules Koundé, which I don't think Oli is going to go in for because he doesn't know anything about him.
Mhm.
So it's and obviously there's the most important defensive midfield position, which I think we should be going for someone like a Declan Rice or a Yves Bissouma. But again, I don't think Oli wants it because he just gave Matic a new 3 year deal. So again, it's going to be a frustrating summer for us watching you guys buy players and players again, and your manager being backed, and we are just haggling around.
Wow. Wow. I'm going back to Baggy TV. So we saw under Frank Lampard, we drew the game, right? Baggy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we drew the game 0-0, and many people started criticizing Frank Lampard for, being too defensive and not offering anything.
Yeah.
Well, but it was, I think, the beginning of something. After that, we started, winning games, scoring like 4 goals, 3 goals here and there. And then
Yeah.
we went back to conceding goals again, and then, the rest of history.
Yeah.
But now we have Tuchel, who also drew with Man United, who hasn't really won against, the Premier League giant or top 10. So,
Yep.
what is your take on that? Do you think that we should give excuses to somebody and then blame another manager? Because back in the day, it was all on Frank Lampard. When Lampard
Yep.
said, well, people are suffering. We are from the virus. We didn't have a preseason. Hakim
Yep.
Ziyech is injured. And then everybody was talking about excuses. But now that we see the same issues, are we going to call those excuses or fact?
Yep. Okay. Well, you know what, Ogs?
Yeah.
This question, I was actually going to make a video to discuss this afternoon. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, and then I might continue it in the video that I'm going to make. But
Mhm.
this is the way I see it. This is the way I see it.
Mhm.
Frank Lampard, before he went on that run of 17, 18 games undefeated,
Mhm.
we also had a patch where we were drawing a lot of games.
Mhm.
We had clean sheets. We weren't scoring, but we weren't conceding, and that was a catalyst to that decent run.
Mhm.
Yes, a lot of the games that we played in that run were easier type of games. We weren't really facing a lot of tough opposition, and those
Mhm.
that we did face, we got draws with.
Mhm.
Um, Tuchel is doing a similar kind of thing right now.
Mhm.
Tuchel, for him, he is focusing on keeping clean sheets,
Mhm.
keeping it solid in the back. Okay, Tuchel, with the formation he's playing right now, I mean, yes, it's 3-4-2-1, but in actual fact, and we did see it a lot yesterday against Man United, we weren't actually playing 3-4-2-1. We were playing 5-2-2-1. Okay, we had Chilwell and we had Callum bursting out in the attacking. When we had the ball, they were attacking, but
Mhm.
when we were losing the ball, they were defending. We had 5 men defense for a large portion of the game yesterday,
Mhm.
especially in the second half. Especially in the second half, it was predominantly defensive when Reece James came on. The thing is this: for us, we need to find a way to change so that we are more of an attacking threat. Yes, we are defensively sound right now, and we've seen Tuchel get the best out of the defenders that were around in the last season with Lampard.
Mhm.
Tuchel is bringing back Christensen, he's bringing back Rudiger, and they are performing. Rudiger had an amazing game yesterday. I was really impressed with the way
Yeah.
Rudiger handled themselves, and also Christensen is becoming one of the best defenders that we have. Him and Rudiger. I mean, Zuma. We all know about Zuma and Thiago.
Mhm.
So we have a solid defense, but we need to work on our attack right now.
Yeah.
The likes of Kai Havertz, the likes of Ziyech. Ziyech was disappointing, but he was disappointing yesterday because of
The
either
lack
not
of
understanding,
defense.
not understanding what was required of him. I mean,
Mhm.
we saw Tuchel have a word with him just before the start of the second half, and he changed the way he played. Second half, Ziyech was all right. We need to focus on our attack. We need to see Pulisic being utilized. We need to see Werner, Ziyech, Havertz. Even Callum. Callum played, I think, one game
Mhm.
in the 10 role. So we need to I don't know, mix it up a little bit in regards to attack. Defensively, we are sound. Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, even Gilmore. I believe Gilmore will be given more time.
Mhm.
Gilmore, for me, is the future of the Chelsea midfield. So
Yeah.
we need to focus on attack. I mean, for me, right now, Tuchel needs to sit down, get his players, and work out the best way to finish off the chances and to
Mhm.
actually create some, how should I put this, unorthodox chances.
Yeah.
Enough of this crossing the ball in. Let's try to play down the center in a more
Yeah.
flamboyant way because we can do it. We have the players to do it. So
Yeah.
that's how I see it.
Under Frank Lampard, people used to say, "Oh, it was cross, 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 and hop."
Yep.
So now I don't see this. I don't have any problem with Tuchel. I support him 110%. But the problem is like I don't. The hypocrisy is just like some. I don't even want to say that, but it's just like because it's Frank Lampard, because he's English, and
Yeah.
therefore every English manager or player is supposed to be, you know, nobody. You know what I mean? Because if you
Yeah.
see even the treatment that the kid from the academy get,
Yeah.
and if you compare them with other young players from other academies around Europe, you ask yourself why this kind of treatment. I don't know what it is, but many fans are just biased when you are academy product or you are English or something. You're supposed just to be bad. That is my problem. But
Oh,
and yes.
if I can come in,
Hmm.
a good example of what you said is
Hmm.
Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a very good example of what you said. You see,
Yeah.
Mason Mount under Lampard, we were
Hmm.
all giving him a hard time. Oh, he's always playing. He's always doing this. He's always doing that. Under Tuchel, we're like, oh, Tuchel is getting the best out of Mason Mount.
Yeah, you see.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
To be honest, I
Hmm.
think we need to take a step back
Hmm.
and look at the club, look at the squad, look at the team.
Yeah.
Stop looking at the individuals, but
Hmm.
rather as the collective. You
Yeah.
see, I truly believe that Frank Lampard played a fantastic role in developing some of the talent that we have in our squad today.
Hmm.
Frank Lampard played a fantastic role in the development of Callum.
Hmm.
Callum. People will say, "Oh, he never gave him the opportunity." No,
Hmm.
no, he
No, he
disciplined
did.
Callum.
Yeah.
He did. He disciplined Callum. He gave Gilmore the opportunity. He gave Mount.
Chris
He gave
James.
Reece James, Tammy. He gave a lot of opportunities to a
Mhm.
lot of the players. And for that, I will always be thankful to Lampard for doing that. I mean,
Mhm.
even Lamptey, who went to Brighton,
Yep. Mhm.
he can thank Lampard for giving him the opportunity.
Yep.
And for me, I believe that Tuchel is
Mhm.
the man who can take us to that next level because tactically he is better than Lampard. He has a better experience. He has a better background in the sport. He's managed in
Mhm.
different countries in different leagues. So if anyone can take us to that next level, I believe it is Tuchel. And I think we do need to be patient though. I think for us right now, we need to take the next two games very seriously because
Mhm.
it's Everton and Liverpool. Getting results against those two teams, and to be
Yep.
honest, a result for me is not getting defeated because right now with the Liverpool match is a 6 pointer because they are literally sitting just underneath us. Okay, the
Yep.
Everton game again, it's a 6 pointer. So those two games are a must win and take it from there. But I believe that being patient with Tuchel, and I believe that Tuchel will be the manager taking us forward. And I wanna also comment on what Herbert said
Mhm.
in regards to the transfer window coming up.
Mhm.
Chelsea will be getting some big names coming in the next window. I know. I mean, if we spent was it 220 million last window,
Mhm.
getting 7, 8 players. This window, I think we'll be spending something in that region, but I think we'll be getting 2, maybe 3 players because I think we're going for quality rather than quantity this season.
Yeah.
And
I.
and if we can get Holland,
Mhm.
that's it. That's the next step for us.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Baggy, and I'm so happy Haaland or whoever is going to make us stronger. I will welcome the player. But what I heard was that somebody didn't know how to get the best out of such and such, and don't give excuses about the virus or the poor form or injuries or whatever. It doesn't count. For certain people, it doesn't count. Now, there are so many people who started saying that, oh, we still need players. Actually, Timo Werner have been very poor, or Kai Havertz. They start recognizing it now because it's another coach. So let's just move to Herbert. Herbert, what do you think, brother, about give us your perspective from a Man United fan, the difference between Tuchel and Frank Lampard, and yeah,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
have an opinion about that, the treatment of both, why is such a different? Uh, why is that?
Yeah, no, I think there is no comparison between Tuchel and Lampard because
Mhm.
one is a Champions League finalist, another couldn't get Derby promoted. So to even compare these two managers, one has an experience in Dortmund. He has developed all the good players in Dortmund, and Frank Lampard just brought Mason Mount and Tomori back to Chelsea. There's no comparison. Same goes for Oli. He has been relegated with Cardiff, gone back to Molde, won some Scooby Doo titles with whatever, and he's not. And all of a sudden, he's become a United manager.
Mhm.
So this and as I think I mentioned a few shows back, right?
Mhm.
He has his coaching setup is exactly like him, right? Michael Carrick, Kieran McKenna, and now Darren Fletcher. So just not good
Mhm.
enough. And
Mhm.
regarding Tuchel's transfer window, I don't think Chelsea need lots of players. I think maybe at least maybe a goalkeeper if Kepa
Mhm.
goes, and then obviously a striker because I don't think Werner or even Giroud can get you that 20, 25 plus goals. Because
Mhm.
if you have spent so much money, right, your main aim has to be to challenge City. Because honestly, we are not going to challenge City. I'm dead sure that we are not going to challenge City even for next season because it's
Mhm.
always slow. It's always like let's wait next season. But at Chelsea, it's different. I've spent this much amount of money. I want the result now. So I think
Mhm.
even Baggy was saying that he believes in Tuchel can take it, and he has to be given time. That's the one thing that Chelsea probably are on a different side to their fans that they don't give the managers time because if they have back due, they want at least certain standard of result. You can't be behind West Ham and Leicester, right? Even though it's 1 point. So I think this United game, it was a good result for Chelsea because if we would have lost it, then again two tough games, so the momentum would have crashed. But
Yeah.
For us, it's a I think for us, it's a very bad game. It was a 3 points lost for me. And
Okay.
as I said before, that the transfer window is going to be again a drag for us.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for your perspective. So, Baggy, what do you think is the best way for Chelsea to get to Champions League next season? Because let not forget what happened in the last couple of seasons, that we had to depend on teams around us in order for us to make it top four. You know.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, uh, so what is
I
our
mean,
best way to the Champions League? Winning the Champions League this season,
yep.
or
Yep.
pushing, in the Premier League? What do you think?
I mean,
And another, I want to add something
yeah.
quickly. Would you
Yep.
like to go to Europa League if we don't win the Champions League or finish top four, or would you rather, abandon everything, Europe and everything, finish maybe, I don't know, eighth or something, and then focus on rebuilding the team? What is your opinion?
Okay. It's it's good to have a look at the different scenarios, but for me, I think that we are going to go to the next round of the Champions League. I am confident about that. I
Hmm.
think we will be able to get at least a draw against
Hmm.
Atletico at home, if not a win.
Hmm.
Could we win the Champions League? It's going to be tough. I don't think we're there yet this season. I think probably the next round is depending on who we get, it's going to be difficult. But
Hmm.
I do believe we have a chance, a very good chance to qualify for the Champions League next season by finishing in the top four. The next two games are crucial. The next two
Hmm.
games against Everton and Liverpool will give us that perspective. Now, if we don't qualify for the Champions League, for me,
Hmm.
it's not a disaster because if we go in the Europa League next season,
Hmm.
it's financially it might be problematic because of what we're looking to do next season.
Hmm.
So financially, we do want to be in the Champions League, but if we don't make it, it is not a big deal um, in respect to the club as a developing kind of
But
scenario.
we're not gonna be able to attract somebody like Haaland, though.
Of course, no, we won't. But then that will mean we can give more time to develop Werner, or maybe look at Havertz as a centre forward for a season, or maybe get somebody else who is not so such a high rated striker who might find a gem, like this
Or
Uruguayan
maybe
guy in Milan.
Martinez, Lautaro
Yeah,
Martinez. Well,
no,
is
no,
this
no,
who?
not Martinez. No, no. There's a youngster in Inter Milan. I can't remember his name. He's
Oh, okay.
playing. He's playing in the development squad, and I think
Oh, okay.
Chelsea are looking at him.
How about
Um,
Armando Broja? He's killing it at Vitesse right now. I don't know if
oh
you
man,
know him.
yeah,
Armando
yeah, no,
Broja.
yeah, yeah. Armando, Armando could be Tammy Abraham maybe another season might convince him to sign another contract. There's a lot of different scenarios that we can look at if we don't get into the Champions League, if we get into the Europa League, or God forbid if we don't qualify for Europe. But
Hmm.
I do believe that Chelsea needs to complete the season in top four because financially it will it would make more sense for us because of the
Hmm.
players we've attracted, of the contracts that we need to be renewing, the contracts that we need to be obtaining from the likes of Haaland, maybe even Sancho,
Hmm.
maybe Donnarumma, because Donnarumma is gonna his contract is expiring. So if he comes to Chelsea, he'd want to play in the Champions League. David Alaba, his situation is not finished yet. There's still room there. The likes of Zakaria, there's a lot of players that could be
Hmm.
coming to Chelsea, but the way to attract them is to be in the Champions League. You asked me how what I'd prefer. I'd prefer us
Hmm.
to securing top four because winning the Champions League is not a straightforward thing. But getting top four, we can do it. Um, we have Leicester. I think the last game, the game before last. So that could be a vital game. I think we still have to play Aston Villa. Um, there are some crucial games coming up. There are some crucial games coming up, but the next two for me will decide it for us.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. So, what is going to be considered as a successful, Thomas
Four,
Tuchel
four,
for? Do
yeah,
you think
fourth, fourth.
it's gonna be like? I mean, I don't know who to blame at the end of the season if we don't finish top four.
Kepa.
Kepa is a
No,
player if we don't finish top four. I mean, he's Kepa. Yeah, okay, you funny
no,
man.
no, 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 no. If we don't finish top four, if we don't
Because
finish top
everybody
four,
said the only way we can finish top four is to change the manager. We did, and now we
yeah,
dropped 6 points. 6 points. There's not a big difference between losing or drawing. It's just 1 point. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. No,
So we dropped
oh,
6 points that we
yeah,
were supposed. Well, against Man United, you can argue that
yeah.
they might be even better than us, but other games, I mean, we created, we played beautiful football, but at the end, no, we got away with just 1 point.
Yeah. For me, if we don't finish top four,
Mhm.
the blame is it rests with the pandemic. The pandemic has been a disaster for football this season. I mean, Liverpool, just look at where Liverpool are right now.
Mhm.
The pandemic hasn't just affected in regards to the infections that we've had in with the players. It's no fans, no preseason,
Mhm.
you know, um, no family, no friends for the players, especially for Chelsea.
Mhm.
Chelsea, half of our team are new transfers. The players
Mhm.
who we're relying on are new transfers. So the
Mhm.
fact that these players don't have their family and friends, visiting them, for them to be able to go and visit them, Christmas was a disaster. Everyone is in lockdown. Everyone is worried about friends and family. I mean, well, for example, Liverpool.
Mhm.
Their manager lost his mother during the
Mhm.
pandemic. A lot of players have lost family and friends.
Yeah,
So
Alisson just lost his father.
yeah,
Alisson,
yeah,
yeah.
they there you go, there you go. So all of this is impacting not just Chelsea but everyone. And I think if we don't finish top four,
Mhm.
we can't. It's not a matter of blaming Lampard or blaming X player, Y player. It really is. It's been a bad season for football in general.
Yeah, Herbert, my brother, are you still there? You are
Yeah,
muted.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, do you think that not having fans in the stadiums kind of impacted Man United performance because nobody is shouting attack, attack, attack in the stadium?
Absolutely not. I don't agree with that. I think that's just one of the easier reason to get out of the fact that we are not creating any chances. If that's the reason, I don't see City getting affected by it. I don't see even Leicester who are doing very well.
Mhm.
So even this kind of excuse was given by our manager that there was no fans and that's the reason why because we couldn't pull the ball into the Stretford end. I mean that's just ridiculous. I don't buy that. Uh, if you are a professional, these are professional footballers who are being paid millions of pounds, right,
Mhm.
to kick a bag of air. So they should be focused on that rather than seeing who is around and who is not around. If,
Mhm.
and even if that excuse, if you take that, why is our away form so good? What is
Mhm.
the reason behind performing into an away ground? We have not lost in that. I think it's 405 days now that we haven't lost a single game to
Yeah.
any team at their home. So
Mhm.
how come you can perform when there is no fans at an away ground, but when you come to home, you are losing to all the London teams. You have lost to Palace, you have lost to Tottenham, you have lost to Arsenal. So I don't accept that excuse. I think it's just an easier way around to the fact that the coaching and the management is not good.
Okay,
Okay.
can I just
Yeah.
say something about that?
Mhm.
Yeah,
If we look at Man City's performance, Okay, Man City's performance has not been flawless. I mean, Man City normally perform a lot better than what they have done this season. Okay, so they have been affected. I mean, if you think the pandemic and the lack of fans hasn't affected the players, and then I think you're mistaken. Um, the impact might be exaggerated by certain journalists, by certain individuals to push for a certain agenda. Yeah,
Mhm.
that is quite possible. But I think the impact has had a lot in regards to morale of individuals. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I personally had experience with the virus. I had the virus,
Mhm.
and the way it affected me, it wasn't just the physical aspect; it was the emotional aspect. I mean,
Yeah.
how is this going to affect me? Am I going to be able to overcome this? Is it going to be something that's going to have a long term impact on me?
Mhm.
Psychologically, it has an
Yeah.
impact. The virus is not just a physical thing. So the fact that a lot of our squad had the virus at some point,
Yeah.
it did, and it does have an impact.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think when I was saying that doesn't have impact, I was talking in regards to my club only because I think
Oh,
what reasons you have given is perfectly fine for Chelsea
Mhm.
because you bought lots of players, different culture coming into a new country, then the
Mhm.
manager being sacked, then another manager coming. I think at Chelsea you can kind of accept it, but not at United because we haven't bought any new players. We just bought Donny van de Beek, who anyways doesn't play. Alex Telles doesn't play.
Mhm.
Okay, these are the excuses which you can't use to the fact that our
Mhm.
striker is not getting at least even 10 touches in the box. These are the excuses which I can't accept it, even if it's published in any media, because I've seen my team perform. Okay, I've seen my team bore us to a nil-nil FA Cup draw against Wolves, and these are the games we have to wake up and watch at stupid o'clock. I'm not asking for us to play like Man City. In January, by the end of January, everyone was saying 21 is coming, 21 is coming, and then now
Mhm.
it's February and we are 12 points behind Man City. So I think City have kept the standard. It's just the fact that they didn't start well, but at the end we are not a match for the Pep side.
Yeah. Very,
yeah,
very
fair
good.
point. Fair point.
Yeah. So Herbert, we still have like 5 6 minutes to go. So if you have to give us who was your like the man of the match for your team, Man United, and who was the flop of the match, like you know somebody who came up with some good performance, even
Yeah,
though
man of
man
the
of
match was pretty easy. I think it was David De Gea. He saved the shot from
yeah.
Ziyech. Even though he was going one side, he somehow managed to keep a good firm fist and palm it away.
Mhm.
And if you want to ask worst players, I can give you three.
Mhm.
Not in any specific order. Bruno, Rashford, and Dan James.
So let's say so the hair was the man of the match in your team, and Dan James was the flop of the game, right?
I think except for David De Gea, everyone was a flop for me. I think Luke
Yeah.
Shaw, okay, fine, I can accept him. Wan-Bissaka is Wan-Bissaka. We can keep saying that he'll improve offensively, but that day I don't know when it will come. Except for Luke Shaw and David De Gea, everyone was 3 out of 10.
Yeah. Luke Shaw, man, Luke Shaw. Tell me about that guy. He is becoming one of the best in the Premier League. I'm afraid he's going to take the place from Ben Chilwell in the national
I
team.
think he has taken the place of Ben Chilwell in the Euro squad. I can't see
Hmm.
Southgate not starting Luke Shaw. I think he has been one of the best left backs in the league. The problem with Luke Shaw is that he's one of those players. If you don't encourage him, if you don't give a kicker in the back, he's not going to perform. He's on 200k a week. Last season, I wanted him gone. Like that. That's how bad it was. Here's a stat for you. He has ever since we have signed him for 35 million from Southampton in
Hmm.
2014. He had 7 assists until 2020, and
Hmm.
Andy Robertson had 10 assists just last season. So you can see how much of an improvement he has. So bringing in Alex Telles was a very good
Yeah,
move.
that was
Yeah,
that what I
yeah,
was going to say. Like, do you think Alex Telles is playing a role in Luke Shaw taking his game to the next level?
definitely. As I said, it's about managing different types of characters in the team. Some of them do need an arm around. Under Mourinho, Shaw couldn't perform. Even if he does, Mourinho comes in the press conference says that I was coaching Shaw on the field. Like who says that? So I
Yeah.
think definitely bringing competition has improved him.
Yeah. Thank you for your input, brother. DJ, you are in the house. What's going on,
Yeah.
brother?
Nothing, man. Sorry, I came on late. I just had a meeting, so I couldn't come on earlier than normal. But yeah, you guys all good?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
DJ, you're making a habit of
Yo.
coming late these days, man. What's up with that?
Oh,
No,
bro,
I
mate.
mean,
Listen,
I
bro.
was early. I was very early, though. I schedule, like 6:30 in my time here, but I couldn't sleep, so I was like, "Hey, let me just go live." But I didn't even know I was going to have people. So
Do you know what it is basically? Because I work from Monday to Friday, yeah. So I have meetings I have to go in and out of. On Saturday for your show on Saturday, Baggy, I was out doing
Yeah,
grocery shopping, bro. I don't know
you
if you
know, no,
caught the
I saw the
message.
message.
I sent it on
Yeah.
the. I was doing grocery shopping. I thought I've been on your show that day, mate. But yeah. But listen, about the game over the weekend. Listen, I'm not disappointed. It's
mhm,
what it is at the end of the day. We had the. I thought we created the two best chances in the match. We should have really
mhm,
won that game, but it's what it is. United have come away with it realistically happy with a draw. The only thing I didn't really like after the match was Ollie's comments about the whole penalty situation, which I thought was bang out of order.
mhm,
I thought it was not a penalty, but he wanted it to clearly be a penalty. But then, what I didn't realise is that how he was taken up for his player for that penalty shoot, saying it should have been a penalty. If he
mhm,
knows about the whole situation, what he should have also looked at was is how Chelsea were denied a penalty in the first match we played against them when
mhm.
Aspilicueta was actually wrestled to the floor by
Yeah,
Maguire, but no,
Maguire.
he doesn't come out and say anything about that. But obviously, because of
Yeah,
the whole situation yesterday with Hudson Odoi, it was like, oh, it was a penalty kick. Yeah, that was it. End of the story. I thought, nah, that's not true at all. It was not a penalty kick, and I don't understand why he assumed it would have been. But hey, it's what it is at the end of the day. It's where
yeah.
we are. We
Are
drew.
you, so you happy with 1 point?
I'm not happy. Obviously, I wanted the full 3 points, Orgs. You know me. I always want Chelsea to win, bro. Because obviously, in terms of Leicester and West Ham losing over the weekend, it would
Mhm.
have been ideal for Chelsea just to go and win this game. And I think had we beaten Southampton and then drew this game, I would have not been so bad then. But
Yeah.
because we dropped against Southampton and now
Mhm.
Manchester United, yeah, it's not great. So, but listen, we're still in there. We're still in there. I'm not going to say we're not going to get anywhere there. We still got a chance to. We just got to make it a bit tougher for ourselves. That's all.
Yeah. So do you think?
I just wanted to ask all three of you guys that last season, like you guys didn't want Rudiger and Christensen, like you want them gone, right? But
Yeah,
Tuchel has
yeah.
come in and he is playing both, and both of them played recently well. So, what are your thoughts? Like, do you think Zuma should be getting in back with Thiago Silva because that's how you guys started, or like you still want them gone?
Um,
Uh,
I'm gonna jump in first on this one.
Okay.
Um, in regards to me personally, do I want Rudiger and Christensen to stay? No, I want Rudiger to go. Okay, I'm a
Mhm.
big fan of Rudiger, and this is gonna sound a little bit funny, but I'm also a bigger fan of playing four at the back. And
Yeah.
Rudiger playing four at the back, he fumbles it a lot. Okay,
Mhm.
Christensen is very good three at the back, but not so sure about him playing in the four at the back system. So, from my point of view, I would like to see them go, and for us to get players who can do the four at the back set up better. Um, in regards to Zuma, I want to see Zuma being able to perform better, but I know Zuma is only as good as the guy who is next to him. If he's playing with Silva, you're going to
Mhm.
see Zuma being world class. If he's playing with Rudiger, it's not going to be the same. So from that aspect, I do believe we need to revisit our defensive situation for next season.
What would you do? Who is your? You have some ideas about who should come to replace Rudiger
I
and Christensen?
I'm quite keen on Sule. From
But
is
he
it
had a
Sule?
very bad injury, though.
He
ACL.
has, but prior to that, he was something special. I'm not sure, what the situation is with him right now. I mean, you got Sule, you've got the guy who plays for Inter Milan. I'm trying to remember his name. Serbian guy. What's his
yeah,
name?
I know the one you're talking. Is it Socrates? Is it
Yeah.
Socrates? Socrates? That one?
No. Yeah, it's starts with this, but it's forget the name. Anyway, there's him. There's the Alaba
There is
situation.
Premier.
What's
Sorry,
I forget his name. That's
Skriniar.
the one.
Correct. Yeah,
Skriniar.
Skriniar.
That's what I'm supposed to.
Skriniar.
Skriniar.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's the
Skriniar.
one. Yeah. So I mean, there's the rumors about Varane. There's a whole bunch of players that can come in. Me personally, I want to see us take that next level. I think that looking at Haaland shows that Abramovich is looking to make Chelsea a Galactico kind of team, and we put the foundations in place last transfer window. We can continue it this transfer window. And going back to your question about would I be happy with us finishing out of the top four?
Mhm.
Well, this is where we are. If we don't finish in the top four, then we can't do that. We can't be a Galactico team for next season. But if we do finish in the top four, we can. And defense and attack are the two areas we need to revisit in the next transfer window.
Or we
Yeah,
could always-
DJ, what do you think about the
we-
question from Herbert?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good. I mean, for me, listen, I mean, Christensen and Rudiger have come in. You know, I think we all, as Chelsea fans, thought that those two are actually going to be the ones that probably would go with what's been going on. But unfortunately, they didn't. In fact, instead, obviously, it was Tomori who went. But yeah, I go along with Baggy. I don't think they are Chelsea quality for what they've done at this moment in time. For what we ask of them, they're doing okay for. But for the long term, if we're looking to win titles, Champions Leagues, and all sorts of things, they're not the answer. Obviously, you've got Thiago Silva, who's going to be in there for probably one or two more seasons if we can keep him fit for one or two more seasons. Great for experience. But we do need someone alongside him. And the other one I would look at probably would be Konate at Leipzig.
Good shout.
He's not a bad one. The other one I probably would look at would be Marquinhos, but we'll never ever get him. But he'd be a very good shout. I mean, you've already said Varane, Baggy. I think he'd be a brilliant player. I think we can get him in.
Yeah.
I'll throw another one out there, and maybe it's just maybe. But the only thing with him is he gets too many red cards, and that is Sergio Ramos. But again, that's the only problem.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. But he's a very good defender. Other than that, he's a very good defender.
He's going to be for free, right? Next,
He'll be a free. And the other one is it Akunde? Is that the other one? Akunde?
Yeah, Jules Koundé.
Jules Koundé.
The problem with Jules Koundé is that he's short.
He's height.
He's like 5'10". You know, he's shorter than Aki. You know, we didn't go back for Aki because of his size. That's what I heard. But you know, but he can jump though. But in the Premier League, it's a different story, man. You need some height.
And who's the other centre back at PSG as well? Beginning with K, I forget his name. You would know, Augs.
It's Kimpembe.
Is that Kimpembe? Is that the one?
Yeah, Kimpembe.
He's the other one. I would love him. He's quite a good prospect.
Right, you just forget it. He's from the PSG Academy. He's from the PSG Academy. He's like Mr. PSG over there, the vice captain. And I don't think we can. PSG are going to let him or Marquinhos go. It's not going to happen.
I know.
To start thinking about something else, you know.
Yeah. Or the other option I could say in terms of us winning the champion, in terms of us not getting, if we don't get top four. Hey, listen, guys, we can always do madness like 2012 and just go on this Champions League run and win it like we did like we did in 2012.
Yeah, why not?
As an opportunity. If we can beat Atletico, depending on who we get if the draws are all good for us. Why not make a run for it? And I think we've got the squad to do it, and we've got the manager to do it as well. Personally, I think on this situation.
Yeah, why not?
And especially the fact that he lost last year's one against Bayern Munich, he'll know this year how to do it. This year, so different circumstances. I get it, but you know. Yeah,
we don't have.
I want to ask you a question. This is to Orgs and to DJ. Herbert, I apologize. It's a Chelsea-related question, but if you have thoughts on it, you can also give me your opinion. Tammy Abraham wasn't in the starting lineup. He wasn't on the bench, and this is a strange scenario for Tammy because normally even if he's not gonna play, he's on the bench. Um, there's reports out there that say that there's been a little bit of a misunderstanding between Tuchel and Tammy. There's reports out there that suggest that because of the story of Haaland, Tammy Abraham isn't in the best of morale, best of moods right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys read anything behind that? Do you guys think there's any truth to that?
Well, can I?
Go on,
DJ,
Augs.
go ahead.
No, you Augs, you first, bro. I'll answer after. Gone.
Okay, so what I can say is that you have to understand Tuchel, because you're not gonna make 25 player squad, happy. Somebody is not going to be happy. They can show it or not, but you have to know that they are not happy because they are not playing. And when it comes to the Haaland situation and Tammy, I think last season or last summer we heard the same things, and we saw some picture of Frank Lampard talking to Tammy Abraham because we were going to sign Timo Werner, and what happened is like Tammy been performing good, even with Timo Werner in the team. So I don't really think that it's going to be a big problem for Tammy to fight for his place, but you have to be given the opportunity. If you are taken out of the team completely, stay home, watch the game from the TV, and then how are you gonna, show your quality? So there is something that's going on there. We don't know. Maybe because of the new contract, maybe because of the playing time and all that. But I don't really believe that Tammy is afraid of fighting for his place. The question is he going to be given that chance to fight? So I think probably Tammy is going to be sold. That's what I see. Go ahead, DJ. That's what I wanted to say.
First of all, just hi to Steve Chelsea in the comments, boys. Says hi DJ. Hi to you as well, bro. Just a quick thing. It's a load of things on this one, Augs and Baggy. I think there's more to this than meets the eye. I think when he came off against, I think it was against Southampton. They showed that she had an injury, and apparently it was played in. I think he said in the press conference. I think he said in that game that I think he was out for the next game because of that injury. And I can't remember if he travelled for the Atletico. Did he travel for the Atletico Madrid game? He didn't, did he? Or was he in the squad? I can't remember. Do you guys remember?
Yes,
I think he was in the squad. Yeah,
he was in the squad. So I personally think I think there's a lot more to it. I mean, I'm just reading the comments for the last couple of days from coming out of from Tammy's side. It seems like he's come out and said, or allegedly come out and said, that he's delaying signing any kind of contract because of this whole situation with Haaland coming in. Now, whether that has affected his mentality of saying, you know what, regardless of whatever I do, you guys are going to sell me. Okay, so it doesn't matter what I do, whatever I go and perform out there, you're going to sell me no matter what happens. And I think what's happened is on that situation is he's probably saying to himself that if I'm not going to be here or around the football team next season, there's no point me being around. Now, look, as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're a Chelsea player and you're still in contract, you should still be dedicating yourself to the football club, regardless of whatever the situation is going to be. I can understand if he's frustrated that he may not be there next season, but at this moment in time, the club is paying him the wages. He is still wearing that badge. He can still go and do a job for us out there if he's given the opportunity to go and do it. I just think that when he played against Southampton that day, it was a bit funny that I didn't think he had that much of a great game against Southampton, to be honest with you. And I thought when he came off, I thought I can understand why Tuchel went and did what he went and done. But in terms of going forward with him now, I still think he still has something to play for this season. Okay. But it's whether he's applying himself. Like we did this thing with Cho. We said, is the man applying himself in training? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? If he's not doing certain things in training that the manager's asking of him, then of course he's going to be dropped from the squad. And what I actually heard about yesterday's thing was Tuchel actually came out and said, I think it was more of a fact that he didn't have he had to pick the squad that he had to, and he couldn't put everybody in the team, so he had to leave one out, and that obviously was Tammy Abraham, who knows? In the next game, he might be amongst the squad again. He might get that same thing as he did with Hudson-Odoi. Maybe he's just trying to make the guy build up again, so he gets his confidence and he goes out and puts his application 100%. And maybe let's see, maybe he might get back to where he wants him to be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in that way, I think he still has something to play for this season. But in terms of him being at Chelsea next, I don't think he's going to be. That's the saddest thing of all. I think he probably will be used as make weight deal for the Haaland deal if we get him.
Okay, so Herbert, what do you think about Tammy Abraham? Sell or keep?
Yeah, I've always said that I don't rate Tammy Abraham at all. I think for a 6'4" guy with a 6'4" guy with no upper body strength, you don't have a first touch. I don't think you can play for a big club like Chelsea. Always said that. I have made comparisons with Danny Ings. Like Danny Ings went too early to Liverpool and it didn't work out. Then he went to Southampton, scored 20 plus goals. That's what he has to do. Go to someone like a Wolves, right? Where you will play 38 games as a centre forward, or maybe some other club, not maybe Wolves because they have Jimenez. That's what you have to do. Maybe go on another loan or maybe to another, good option could be like go to Borussia Dortmund. So I'm not looking at I'm not looking at it as a Chelsea fan. I'm not even
Yeah.
a Chelsea fan, but I'm gonna look at it as a like an owner point of view. I don't think Roman's gonna sit in his room and wait for Abraham to turn up. Right? He's not gonna wait. He just wants results. So I think he has to go either be sold or go on a loan.
I think Chelsea are going to use Tammy Abraham for the Haaland deal. I think Tammy is going to do very good in the Bundesliga. 30 goals a season, and everybody's like, why did we
Agreed.
sell Tammy?
Agreed.
Yeah, I
Agreed,
think
mate.
even
Agreed.
I think Chelsea have a good relation with Dortmund also. I think even Batshuayi went to Dortmund as on a loan, so I think they can do it with Abraham as well.
Yeah. So, Baggy, what do you think about Tammy? What should Tammy do? Go or stay?
I concur with what Herbert just said about the relationship we have with Dortmund. I wouldn't be surprised if Tammy was used in some shape or form to balance the deal with Dortmund for Holland. So that is quite possible. And I also think that if Tammy was to go, it would also allow us maybe to revisit the situation with Batshuayi because Batshuayi could be a third option, a backup because Giroud might also be going. So there's a lot to look at. There's a lot to look at in regards to our striker situation. The thing is with Giroud, he is looking at the Euros and he's also looking at the World Cup. So he needs to be playing. So for him to stay at Chelsea next season with the likes of Haaland coming in, I think it would be a mistake for him. So he'd probably be going somewhere else. I don't think he'll be going to the MLS because he won't get a chance to play for France if he goes to the MLS. So
Yeah.
he will be going maybe to I don't know to Holland, to Germany, to Italy. So we are going to be looking at a couple of strikers, and I think that Batshuayi could see himself back at Chelsea in a third choice striker. There's a lot that's going to be happening in the next transfer window, and I have a feeling Tammy Abraham will not be part of the squad. I know Steve in the chat is a big fan of Tammy, but Steve, I just got I got to keep it real and say it how I see it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the way it is. So, guys, I've been here for more than an hour, so we're gonna say goodbye to people. Herbert, do you have anything to say, brother? Anything to plug?
No, not specifically anything. Just disappointed with my club and very not really ominous signs of going to the future with this manager. I just hope the club at least has some sense, and even if we get top four, just sack this manager, get someone called.
So, one last question is: do you think Haaland can handle the physicality in the Premier League? He can do good.
Yeah, first of all, I think even if you go for Haaland in 2022, I think it's 10 million. again, into you can break the bank for him if you go to all in, even though you don't need many players, but
Yeah, you are
can't handle
breaking,
the
brother.
physicality of the
I don't know
teams.
if
He himself, yeah, no, yeah. Hello.
yeah, you're breaking. I don't know if anybody else can hear you, but it
No,
was
he's breaking up. He's breaking up. Yeah.
okay.
I
So
can hear you fine.
yeah, all right. So we didn't really hear what you were saying because you were breaking. So I think Herbert is having some microphone issue. Thank you, brother, for being here, and let's catch up next time. Let's go to Baggy TV. Baggy, what do you think about Haaland? Because I remember when we were linked with Timo Werner, we were so happy, right? He was going to come and be the next Drogba or Costa, and we were going to be very fine. But do you think Haaland, if we buy him, he's going to be killing it immediately in the Premier League?
No.
No, he
No,
needs
no.
time, right?
Haaland. He's a great striker.
Mhm.
Potentially one of the best that for the next decade. He'll be one of the best strikers in the world for the next decade. But
Mhm.
the Premier League is a different kettle of fish than the Bundesliga, and Timo Werner, Kai Havertz are a testament to that. So I think it will take him a good chunk of time, maybe until Christmas, before we start seeing him performing properly. But I think he will. He's not going to be one of those like. I mean, I wish Herbert was still here. Do you guys remember Diego Forlan
Yeah,
when
I
he
remember
came to
Yeah.
Man
Diego
United?
Forlan.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I
Diego
remember him.
Forlan. He struggled so hard.
Yeah.
Then he went to Spain and he started smashing them in, man. So yeah, I think Holland will come in and he will struggle for the first for a couple of months. He'll probably get like a couple of goals, but then by Christmas he'll start to shine. But I think he will be a success at Chelsea. I think he will be a success in the Premier League, but I do believe it will take him a little bit of time.
All right, so everybody, Baggy TV, go subscribe. My brother, great channel, daily
Yeah,
content,
agreed.
and
Very good channel.
go there, man, and let's grow the community. Baggy, always a pleasure to have you in the channel, brother.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
It means
Cheers,
a lot
Thank you.
for me. Take care,
Nice.
Baggy,
Cheers.
and
See you,
cook
Baggy.
some dinner. Cook some dinner today.
Yeah, I'm
Some.
about to go start cooking now. Man. All right, have a good one. Catch you guys
Baggy
later.
TV,
See you later,
everybody.
bro. Bye-bye.
DJ, you are
Yeah.
here to
Finalize,
close the
huh?
debate for the day. What you have to
Yeah,
say about
listen.
Haaland? Haaland, do
Haaland-
you think that he's the solution that we need at Chelsea Football Club?
Yes, I do, and the reason why I think he's going to be is because I hope, and I think we've said it, is the players will get a proper pre-season coming up, and I think you're going to, as I said it already, or because I've said it, I think I've said it quite a lot of times on your channel. We're not going to see the best of these players. I'm talking about Hakim Ziyech, Werner, Havertz, and now if Haaland comes to the mix, you're not going to see the best of these players until next season. Haaland,
Yeah.
I don't think Haaland will take that long to adapt. To be fair, I think he'll actually, if he gets a pre-season, and Chelsea manage to play the way they want to play with Werner playing off him, maybe. I think that combination will actually get that work combination will work pretty fast, and I think once they get games under their belt, start and the formation starts working to the levels that it should be, I don't think there's going to be an issue. But there will be a bedding in period with all these players, as I keep saying, as Baggy's also said as well. There'll be a bedding in period. We may not see the best of Haaland until probably Christmas time, but I think if things can get working straight away and the players get a pre-season, I think it could work a little bit quicker than Christmas, I hope. But let's see what happens. But yes, Haaland for me, a great signing. And I hope we can get him. I really hope we can get him, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, DJ. That gives me some hope for the future because I can't stand our strikers right now, man. We need to finish our chances, score goals. Because I mean, what's happened?
I mean, what did you? The only question I'll have for you is, I know you want to close up, but what did you make of him not starting Werner yesterday? I mean, I know I've missed half the show. Probably you guys have already gone over.
Well,
this.
I kind of liked it. It's because even be including me, I'm not taking myself from the debate, but I
Yeah,
was thinking, oh, he came for Germans. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Tony
yeah,
Rudiger is back because he's German, and
yeah.
he was going to use um he was going to use I don't know, Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. So
Uh-huh.
making him sit on the bench for me is like
Yeah.
sending a strong message that I don't care about your nationality. I'm
Yes.
not
Yes.
here for just to improve you. If you can't perform, you are on the bench. So I kind of liked it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And just one more thing on Rudiger before I go off. But did you see his run
Yeah.
like Ronaldinho?
Yeah, Neymar, man.
Oh my
Look,
god, that was Neymar
look.
run. You know what I mean? That was like Zuma did a similar thing. The only thing he did was I mean, okay, he skied it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he still did the run, and that was his
Yeah.
quality. Yes, I thought, what's this
I
guy on? And
still have the ball from Zuma here in my
yeah,
house
and then
because it landed in my
Mason Mount did it
backyard.
afterwards. And then Mason Mount did it afterwards as well. Similar, he got through those plays and got in. He did that little
That's the
Macy run.
problem. That's the
Yeah.
problem. You do the hardest thing. You
Oh
dribble past
man, that was
everybody. It was.
so
Can you
disappointing. That
imagine
was.
if that
Oh
Rudiger was, if he got like an assist or had a goal from that, it was
yeah.
going to be awesome, man. Awesome. 5 more years contract at Chelsea, but he just
Excellent, mate.
missed.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
folks. Listen, I don't want to hold you up anymore, bro. I think Herbert is back. Listen, you take care, mate. Nice having you on the
Take
show
care,
again.
brother.
And I'll
Take
hopefully
care.
speak to you guys soon. Herbert, peace out, bro. Take care. Speak to you guys later.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
cheers, man.
much, DJ. Always my brother. Always there. Okay, Herbert. So you are here to close the show, brother.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. I just don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Say whatever.
I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything specifically to say. Just want. I hope that by the end of the season, regardless of where we finish or if we win, I don't think we are gonna win anything. I just want this
Mhm.
manager gone. I hope then we bring someone. Yeah, I hope we
Like
bring
who?
someone.
Like do you have
Yeah,
somebody in your head?
absolutely. I think I if this board is serious, if you have any ambitions, if you want to get back to the top, you can go and get Julian Nagelsmann from
Hmm.
Leipzig, or you go and get someone like or the Ajax manager, someone
Yeah,
competent, someone with a yeah, someone with
Eric.
a background,
Hmm.
something he can rely upon when he's faced with adversity, right? So
Yeah.
definitely, I'm hoping for that. I think we will finish top four.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be second or third,
Hmm.
but that's what
Yeah,
it is.
second.
And yeah, maybe second, but again, as Alex said, finishing second is doesn't mean that you are the second best team. You are the second best loser.
Hmm.
So I'm not. I'm yeah.
Second.
I'm not very fussed about finishing second, even though City are miles ahead of any of us. So
Hmm.
that said, I'm not. I know what's going to happen. We are going to play Palace next, right? Bruno will do something out of the blue.
Yeah.
Rashford will skin 2 or 3 men and put top bins, and
Hmm.
then we'll go on and get slapped next game with City at the Etihad, and that's gonna end our away run. And then
Hmm.
we have nothing left to hold on to.
Yeah, I completely respect your opinion, but Nagelsmann, I'm not too sure because he's very young, like 31 years old. He doesn't have experience, and also Oli completely destroyed him, like five, something like that. So I don't know. I respect, like I said, I respect your opinion, but Nagelsmann, people, I think he's been overhyped a little bit. The Premier League is a different animal, but yeah, it is what it is, man. If that is your choice, and then
Yeah,
let
I'm not
let it be.
necessarily looking. I think he has a decent amount of Champions League experience. You can't expect Leipzig to dominate Bundesliga. And I
Hmm.
know you are mentioning that 5-0 game. I think he was very naive. He played a high line with Rashford, and I think it was Martial that day. You can't
Yeah.
do that. But again, we lost to them when the it mattered in the group. So
Hmm.
he's not completely like a novice. I think he has a very good style of play. That's what I want to
Hmm.
see, because when you see Chelsea, you can I think I was listening to yesterday's commentary, and they
Hmm.
were mentioning that Chelsea have a very good pattern of passing, even though it's not leading to anything. You can see kind of a similarity with City.
Hmm.
You do pass well from the back. We don't do
Yeah.
that. We don't have any kind of say. If I tell you to not
Hmm.
watch any teams from the top four, I'll personally go and tell you, do not watch United play. You're going to get bored to that. Every game is like hoping that Rashford or Bruno, one of them are going to do something
I
magical.
got you.
That's not how you play football.
Yeah. I agree with you. Thank you so much, brother. Come back
Yeah, thanks for having
anytime,
me.
man. Have a
Sure, man.
great
Sure,
day.
man.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
definitely.
my own brother Herbert. And we have anybody? The last question, or somebody want to come quickly say hi to people before I leave? You can come. We still have like 3 minutes or whatever to go. The show is for the people and by the people, so I have to listen to the people, right? So if all right, so Steve, thank you, my brother, for being here. And I mean, okay. Anybody? I don't think so. So, take care, everybody, and see you in the next one.